in terms of being an Afro-Latina, I love it so much because I feel like I'm able to serve as a bridge. And one of my friends, Janelle, she's awesome, another Panamanian woman, she and I were just, on a walk in DC. And we were talking about how Panama has the oldest bridge in all of the Americas, La Fuente de las Americas. And it's really the bridge that connects North and South America. So she talked about that, and she was like, Panamanians, like, we're a bridge. We can serve as a bridge. And one thing that I'm observing in the midst of this immigration debate, in the midst of the changing demographic of this nation, are this real kind of underbelly of race and racism and xenophobia coming on both sides of the communities. And a lot of it is just because there's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot in terms of an African American side of not really understanding the influence of people of African descent in Latin America, not understanding that a lot of the undocumented immigrants that you see are of African descent. And on the flip side, you do have Latinos that are coming from countries like Mexico and El Salvador where they've not interfaced with Black populations as much. And just the understanding that they come with their own racial stereotypes and attitudes, and then that being compounded in this narrative of, being Black in the United States means to be on the bottom. So there's this real kind of desire for some people to separate from that. So for me, I think that it's just been a great way in order to create, to educate, and to bridge that divide. So one of the things that I started alongside the business actually is a collective of Afro-Latinos called Grupo Afrodescendiente. And that's a lot of what we do and what we did when we first started was just to educate. And, for me, I think that in order to solve a lot of the social justice problems that we have, the first step is education, because there's just, really a lot of the hatred and prejudice that you see is out of ignorance. And once you're able to educate and to talk to people and to break down some of those barriers, and once people's eyes are open, then you're really able to move forward and act from that place of understanding.